Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Ultimate Edition 12, the Fiend Bray Wyatt figure from Mattel. The Fiend character, seeing and hearing about the Fiend character is absolutely the impetus that brought me back into checking out wrestling again and starting me on this whole, just starting to become borderline obsessed with wrestling. So the whole character definitely holds a special place for me. So I am definitely excited to have another Fiend figure in my collection. So let's take a look at it. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this version of the Fiend looks incredible, especially the head sculpt, which I'm going to show off right now. And yeah, they just completely new head sculpts, and just the dreads look a little more separated, a little more just natural. And then the mask itself has just been a little bit more defined. Not so much the face print technology as much as it looks like his actual sculpt. And I mean, that just absolutely works wonders. It definitely looks a little more menacing. And yeah, just absolutely love that. Torso is completely new. So you can see that jacket that he had towards the end of his run. And so new arms obviously as well. We have the hurt and heal gloves just like before. I think these might be reused. If they're not, they might not be. But pants basically from the waist down, we have the exact same legs that we got on the, I think this was SummerSlam Elite. And as you can see, pretty much the same thing. Only difference is they did not put the belt here on the Ultimate. So there is that. But other than that, just looks absolutely fantastic. Nice paint all around, great sculpt. So yeah, that is aesthetics. When it comes to accessories, we get a really sweet loadout, not dissimilar from what we got with the initial, the Fiend Ultimate Edition. So getting right into that with the hands, we're going to start with what we showed off before. So we get gripping hands right out of the box. Once again, with the hurt and heal gloves on there with a little bit of red around the knuckle holes. That sounds wrong somehow. But then we get a couple of kind of chopping fingers together hands. As you can see, they even got the little indents that you get in the breathing holes that you get in leather gloves, so that's a really nice touch. From there, we actually get another set of arms, and these are to go with the jacket. These are what we got with the other Ultimate Edition. So silver is all painted on the buttons and stuff like that, and we get the body of the jacket itself, which just overlays as you saw in the intro. And I have the other Ultimate Edition here in the crowd, so you can see that that is very much just the same jacket, and overlays the same way. You remove the arms the same way. Not gonna stand there. And then we get two different head sculpts. So we looked at the default one in the aesthetic section, and here is the alternate head, which I like even better. Just the open mouth, the kind of crazy eyes. Hard to get the detail in the Fiend's eyes with those just amazing contacts, but still, these just definitely stand out a bit more than the older ones. I like both of them, but I think I prefer this set. So that is accessories. Articulation is very much in line with other Ultimate Editions, with one exception, but that's because of the accessories. So starting from top to bottom, we have the head, and not gonna look too far up, just the slightest bit, and then down as well. And that's kind of sad because I really hoped you'd get Bray here into the spider walk pose, and unfortunately that's just not possible because of the head doesn't go all the way back, which also when we get to the torso. But we're just gonna start with the shoulders, and we can come up to about here. We do not have a butterfly joint as we have with a lot of Ultimate Editions, and that is because of the removable arms. So you're gonna get up to about there. We have bicep swivel, we have double jointed elbows folding in half just beautifully. We have hinge and swivel at the wrist, all horizontal. Then we have our ball joint at the diaphragm. And like I said, we're not really getting a whole ton of range, so we're coming forward about that far, so kind of barely at all. And we go back about that far. And then we have our swivel at the waist. We have our hips that come out about that far, which is absolutely respectable. And then we have thigh swivel, double jointed knees coming up to there, which is really nice. We have boot swivel. We have fantastic point. Some pretty decent forward. And then finally, we have a toe joint. And a little bit of rocker as well. Not too much, but definitely there. So that's Articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here is the Fiend with some other The Fiends, as well as the Ultimate Edition 12 Alexa Bliss, with some other wrestling figures, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an Articulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Ultimate Edition 12, the Fiend Bray Wyatt figure, is that this is another fantastic figure. If you are a fan of the other Ultimate Edition Fiend figure, you're definitely going to like this one. If you're a fan of the Fiend in general, or Bray Wyatt, Wyndham, you're going to like it, so definitely pick it up. If you're not, then it's definitely going to be an easy pass. The only thing I have with this is, again, I kind of wish it was able to do the spider walk with the head tilted back and all that. That would have been just extra and absolutely ultimate, but, you know, again, just dealing with the limitations, and, you know, obviously Mattel is going to work with the articulation schemes that they have and the tooling that they have. So ultimately, I definitely recommend it. So I will have links in the description below to where you can find your own. I got mine off Ringside Collectibles, but it is available on other stores as well, just like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So please check that out. And yeah, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, I have other ways to help the channel below, including but not limited to my Patreon. So please check that out. And that being said, yeah, I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.